The Hayabusa Boots, the Boots of the Falcon. A pretty standard brutality scaling weapon. It doesn't have a critical, but it does have a 3-hit combo that does end in a large AoE, and also, yes, does extra damage to enemies if they're pushed against walls. Nice and fast, decent damage. That AoE is pretty helpful against like flying enemies or very low health enemies, but otherwise I'm thinking that this is going to just be a very run-of-the-mill standard brutality run. Because, really, if I'm being honest, this is just the less gimmicky version of the Spartan sandal. Still has the knockback, still has the boot class gimmickry to it, where you can knock around bomb-based projectiles like the ones thrown by the grenadiers, or like that was close, or like the retaliatory grenades thrown down by cannibals when you get too close to them, but that's not really something that makes too much of a difference. Even the whole hitting enemies against walls, it's like, yeah, that's nice. And although I do like anytime a weapon has like some weird gimmicks, it's not really something that you build a run around. Certainly for the Spartan sandals, you need to build a run around that because that's the major gimmick of the weapon, but here it's just kind of, it's helpful. It's nice. Knocking enemies away, and certainly the big AoE, like I said, very useful against specific enemies, but not really. It's really just going to be a solid damage dealer through and through. I mean, hey, still, you do get the whole aspect of being boots and knockback, which is cool. I always love those little extra bonuses that you get with weapons. Stuff like whips being able to go through shields, huge hang time on thrown weapons like the throwing knives, so that you can hang out in the middle of the air, usually away from a lot of melee damage dealing enemies pretty easily. But I'd be lying if I ever really took a weapon specifically because of that. No. Those are fun bonuses, and that's why I'm thinking that this is probably not going to be too much different than, say, the Impaler run, than the Wrenching Whip run, even like the stuff like your standard sort of balanced blade run. It's just a solid damage dealer, and I will never turn up my nose at that. This does have a bit of a special way to have it unlocked, though, being a 100% always consistent drop in the Sepulchre after you find the door to the clock tower. You will find a small arena after that where you can fight two elite stalkers, and then afterwards find the blueprint for this weapon. Only appears once, which is too bad, because in previous versions of the game, the ability to always fight two stalkers was, well, two elites, was nice for getting a bunch of extra cells and also maybe getting an extra potion charge using the corrupted healing mutation, but it's only a one-time thing now. After you get the blueprint once, never appears again. So unfortunately, that strategy doesn't really pay off. Either way, it's not even all that difficult of a fight. If you're going to be going for all three of the keys in the... Ooh, I might go for that. If you're going to be going for all three of the keys in the castle, you're going to be fighting two stalkers anyway, which will be an even smaller arena. So I want to say if you can handle that, you can probably handle the ones that you find in the Sepulchre pretty easily. Either way, hey, a decent blueprint, a decent weapon that you can get consistently 100% of the time, I'd say that is always pretty useful. Stuff like the Assassin's Dagger, and of course, like Boomerang, two very good weapons that share that same situation. Now, is there any chance that I'm going to be able to get up to 6,000 gold to get that out? Maybe if I fight the Elite. That's actually a real possibility. And also, nope, didn't even... Oh, emergency door. I love the shenanigans that you present, but they never really pay off in the way that I want them to. Well. It's the Curse of 5 cell mode. So many strategies get shut down with teleporting enemies and, just everything having so much more health. Well, it's not really something that I would say is too important either way, especially because as of right now, I should be able to go afford that. Pitch that door to the curb anyway. And then, I guess, I don't know. Oh, wait, no, I wasn't getting a door. I was getting a shield. That's right. And then I guess, I don't know, maybe go for the DLC area? It's been a little while since I've been there. Last run was going up against Conjunctivius, and Certainly, I've still, even at this point in the game, gone to the promenade enough times for anybody, ever, regardless of how much you've played this game. We've all seen the promenade way too many times. Arboretum is probably the second one that we've seen, but sure, why not? Here I can also go through the prison depths and not have to worry about dealing with the toxic miasmas, which I guess would be easier with the knockback and everything. Can easily knock them out of hitting me most of the time, but yeah, I don't know. Traditional run. If I'm going to be going for a traditional run, how about, like, Killer Instinct? We can at least get a little bit wacky on the mutations. I mean, that's one that I don't really take a whole lot. And slow down, sure. I'm knocking enemies away. I'm not really going to be... I'm not doing anything to get any special criticals or weird combinations here. I can try something that I don't take very often, because otherwise it's just going to be, you know, soldier's resistance, open wounds, the usual suspects, really. Maybe even vengeance and try to go for a little bit more shield play in this run. Get extra damage from that. The ability to do extra damage with the AoE seems kind of interesting. I don't know. I'm really just trying to spitball anything that I could possibly think of to make this run more than just, hey, it's a good melee weapon, which no, Swarm is not that. after the run where I actually tried out Swarm, I don't think we're ever going to be seeing Swarm again. If there is anything that is my main stat scaling that isn't Swarm, I will take that over Swarm. Boy, that was just... I'd like to say that I don't think any other weapon in the entirety of the game has been nearly that level of just completely useless. This is just like the perfect in between. Oh, okay, sure. I didn't get hit there. I'll take it. It's the perfect in between being like overpowered and being Swarm. Even stuff like the grappling hook, which I might have said was a contender for one of the most useless items in the entire game, has been improved to being much, much better now. Like, my God, it is actually quite good when paired up with gigantic burst damage type of stuff. Infantry bow, of course, had a actually pretty great run with. But Swarm, the Hokuto's bow, but Hokuto's bow makes everything good. It's you know, like a sautéing something in butter and garlic. It improves everything. Anything that does damage can be improved by a good Hokuto's bow. So that's not really a good comparison. And I'm actually realizing that the Yeeters are very, very much countered well by the whole third hit. If I can get out the third hit, they are knocked out of their melee attack. They're knocked out of their every sort of throw. It's like, yeah, I was so close to getting out of there. Ah, well. I'm sure I'll have more opportunities for... Okay. I'm sure I'll have more opportunities for dealing with that. There are high-tier weapons like that. Your magic missiles, your Hokuto's bow. Rampart, I guess I wouldn't really say any more. But certainly in its heyday, it was, you know, why take anything else? As much as I do like the Bloodthirsty Shield, that is also maybe quickly becoming one of those. Hey, it does great damage, it does AoE damage, it does damage through walls. What more could you possibly want out of Shield? And I do think that at this point, I don't know, I don't want to just keep having every single run turn into uniformly the same thing. Yes, things do have, like, obviously running up to an enemy and then wildly pressing the attack button is still, that's how you do combos. There are some more advanced combos if you really want to get into some more gimmicky type of weapons. Talking about the grappling hook and the infantry bow earlier, but nothing so... But that's one of those things where it's like, it has to be a very good weapon for you to want to use that. There's also, of course, the skill-based weapons, your Valmont's Whip, your Nerves of Steel, anything that... Rhythm and Bazooki, of course, which is still a fantastic weapon if you can get the timing right. Hope you've been working on your rhythm game. But it's like, those are... I want to say that the fact those are deserving of being overpowered. If you can get the timing on the Nerves of Steel down, that's fine. And that's the sort of thing that I think does make it a more interesting run, but it's a more interesting run for you. It's not really a more interesting run for the viewership, who either just see you fail at getting the critical or not fail at getting the critical. And otherwise, it's still mash attack as much as possible. And, you know, I've gone through so many weapons at this point that we're kind of getting to the point where it's like, hey, things are... a lot of the runs are kind of similar. That's just kind of how it goes. I'm planning eventually, when I really start to run out of weapons, when I actually do finish the 4th season of Dead Cells, the ultimate season where I do every one of the weapons, to go into doing like a bunch of viewer-suggested builds. Because I do think that if you're really trying to constrain all the stuff that you're doing in Dead Cells, you can start to get some weird combos working. Or just Curse Sword. Hey, you know it's always the the ace in the hole when it comes to having at least a somewhat entertaining run? Curse Sword. Everybody loves a good Curse Sword run. The tension, the almost guarantee that you will not survive. Just in general, the fact that, you know, you're not gonna get any harder than this. Sure, there are some specific modifiers, like in custom mode and everything, that you could maybe try and do some real wacky stuff with to make it Cursed Sword adjacent, or like literally Cursed Sword. There is, you know, one hit, one kill type of hell or hell difficulty that exists as well, but that's not, I don't know, like, would you really consider? That's, I've played a lot of this game. I've been around the block. I'm sure you can probably tell from looking at the amount of Dead Cells videos compared to other videos on this channel. It's like, I know the deal with Usual Run. I still don't find myself, you know, staring up at the moon during a clear night sky and thinking, but how can I step up my game? I feel like at this point in time, I'm kind of satisfied just being like, hey, you know what? We're doing pretty good. I'll give an attempt at a Cursed Sword occasionally. You know, really try to stretch those gamer muscles, which is, of course, my prodigious gut. I don't know if I'm really there, where I'm just like, yeah, but it could be so much more. Think about beating several runs. Go like Iron Man. Beat several runs in a row without getting hit. How much can you streak without using a potion charge? Nah. I'm entirely satisfied to rest on my laurels, chat about what's good in the world of Dead Cells, and, you know, talk about, like, my opinions on Risk of Rain 2 or whatever. I think that maybe that's the coward's way out. Maybe that's the way that you kind of like, now that's how you grow soft. That's how you grow that prodigious gamer gut. But that's, you know, I don't know. Maybe it's also the way I want to live my life. That said, again, if I am taking like viewer suggestions, that turns from not what I want, it's what the viewers want. And that's how you keep that gamer's edge. It's not just, you know, only drinking Monster Energy and eating gamer food, which I guess is frozen pizzas? That's what I would consider it. Tortellini? I don't know. It's like, if you were thinking, what's like the gamer food? I guess fast food. Yeah, sure, whatever. But you know what's super easy to make and is pretty tasty, even with like basic ingredients? Tortellini. You don't even need to like make sauce for that, man. Just like throw in a little bit of olive oil and you're done. Also, you know, yeah, like the frozen pizza. I did say that, but it's like, that's also, come on, that's like anything that you would consider bachelor food. You know what? Hot dogs. Hot dogs that you eat over the sink. That's gamer grub. I don't like sausages, so I don't eat that, but I'm just saying that if I was of the persuasion to be eating that, that would be gamer food. How did I get on this topic? Oh man, let's get into the prison deaths already. Sandwiches of all kinds. Obviously, like I said, anything that comes in a can. No, now I'm just thinking about this. Okay. Anyway, I was saying it's like, yes, the slowdown also to make sure that I am getting enemies hit with the last hit of the combo to make sure that that's really working for me. Also pretty effective. Killer Instinct plus Berserker, good combo. You want to slow down enemies, make sure you can kill them. Get big protection against melees, get big protection against damage. I think that there's little else that you could say to make this a yes, please, I will. Oh, you're too kind, game. Which I say in a very threatening way for no reason. Too kind. But no, really, Giant's Whistle is a good item. And also, you know, very good for dealing with curses, being that it will hit things entirely. Don't kill me. I didn't think you would see me there. But another one of the items that I do have that I was seriously considering maybe doing a run with, but I said that people were telling me lately, it's like, hey, do a little bit of Hayabusa Boots action. Everybody loves the Hayabusa Boots. They're a fun item. They're a good item. They got the Hayabusa gauntlets too, which they do not pair up with at all and are actually entirely disconnected from. They have nothing to do with each other. However, they do both have the word Hayabusa, which, of course, I did mention earlier, does mean, like, falcon, usually peregrine falcon. Maybe reference to Ryu Hayabusa, but I said that every single time that I have done any run with these boots. And people always tell me, it's like, oh, no, they're a reference to Ryu Hayabusa. Ryu does not wear black, he wears blue, one. He's clearly black and red. And two, not known for his kicks. Known for using the Dragon Sword, which is a sword, and also various ninja arts, which are ninja arts. I mean, they're not... I don't know if, like, the ability to throw shuriken works at all with... Again, this is all me saying because I don't know anything about... like, the Ninja Gaiden later games. I only know about the NES games, which are the only ones that I played. They are very fun. Some of the first heavily story-based games for the NES. Being, you know, having like actual cutscenes in them and everything. It's pretty cool. Very, very interesting part of video game lore, despite the fact that, again, they fell prey to the need to make the American version much more hardcore than the Japanese one, which made them nigh on implayable. Implayable, that's right. Well, at least I found them incredibly frustrating to play. Ninja Gaiden 2, much better. Ninja Gaiden 3, they decided to put in a... They decided to take out the... I did all of this. I did all of this the last time that I did the Hayabusa Boots run, or maybe the Hayabusa Gauntlets run. I cannot keep talking about this sort of subject over and over. Look, I'm sorry. I'll make it up for you. I'll do a Hayabusa Boots run, since I know y'all love that item. Well, consider it a gift from me to you. Yes, I know I would have to do them eventually anyway, but just to make up for repeating some of the same things that I have said many a time, I'm doing this for you today. For the low, low price of you not watching this with ad block on. Anyway, hey, bomb-based projectiles. Let's try it out. Okay, come on. I know it works. I've done it before. Maybe I gotta like get a little in front of it. I was a little bit too close. I swear I actually did it when I was... whatever. It doesn't matter. You can also hit things with a shield much easier. That's way more of something you want to do when you're using... Yeah, there we go. Yeah, see? There. I guess maybe it's the third hit that has to do it, but you can kick away stuff. That's more of a Spartan Sandals thing, because the Spartan Sandals, of course... Okay, I gotta stop messing around with this, or I die here. Spartan Sandals, I think it's a little bit more consistent with how the combo works. The hitbox is a lot more obvious, and just in general, you need to make more usage out of that with how the Spartan Sandals work. If you are surrounded by bombs, you're gonna want to kick those away, because Spartan Sandals are not very fast weapons. Boy, I still got to do that showcase too. That's gonna be an interesting one. Might be one for a stream. I'm just saying. Might be one for the next stream. I'm also maybe additionally saying. Because that's one of those ones where it's like... I don't know. The original idea between doing stuff on streams was that it's like, hey, let's do the uninteresting weapons there, which I guess this would kind of maybe be a little bit better for, but I think at this point I'm just like, I don't know. I think it would be funnier if there was a live audience. What is even the metric that I'm using to choose if something is going to be a video or a stream anymore? A good question. One that I've been asking myself a lot lately. Really, if I had my druthers, it would just be, do I have to edit a lot? Then it will be a video series. Do I not? Stream series. But nobody ever comes to the streams anyway. Okay. That's neither here nor there. Kick this dude. Nothing to punch. Not that it really matters. I mean, I think that I should, at this point in time, especially if I am going to be looking at a little bit more questionable sight radius, look into trying to use my shield. Shield usages are very good when it comes to... I mean, I guess, again, it's like you play this game as much as I do. You know the exact timing for how everything is going to attack. So it's like when you see something become uncloaked, it's like, okay, it's about to attack, and I know it's going to attack in this many frames, basically. Oh my god, that is an amazing Hokuto's bow. Can't take it. Also Vampirism, which is, I mean, I guess for the Spookymon? No, I'm doing... Got a plan today. I don't know. I've already done Vampirism. Really gonna do it again? It's a good item, but after using a potion charge, if I didn't use the potion charge there, if I was like 1 HP, absolutely. That is not the time, though. Frenzy, I think, though, too, with the whole AoE aspect and everything, should be able to hit quite a few enemies. Should be able to get a lot of usage off of this. I mean, with the rework to Frenzy and Adrenaline, it's all about a numbers game now. What a weird parry. I got it, though, apparently. That one I at least predicted. But it's like that. The first parry that I got there, I don't even know what happened. It just said parry, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take it because I would rather take the parry than try to argue about what hitboxes should be in this game. Always, 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 always. Games should have more generous hitboxes for the player than they do for the enemies. Never forget that. Prospective game designers, make sure that the hitboxes, in a case where it seems questionable, like it's much, much larger for characters to get parries, for you to hit hitboxes of like power-ups, for you to hit hurt boxes of enemies, than the opposite being true. When in doubt, favor the player. So many developers have learned this lesson over the years. Do not forget it. Remember it well, my children, and now go out and prosper in the world of game development. Anyway. Okay. I'm just saying that it's probably a good idea. Look, you ever see how much larger a hitbox is for like a Mario mushroom than like a Goomba? Alright. Again, kind of repeating myself commentary-wise, but I don't know. I think that one bears repeating. I think that's a good... let's call it like, you know, classic content. Like, oh, this is the... We brought this out. It's vintage content. Finally aged. Turned into a delicious wine that has notes of must and repetition. Damn it. Okay, this is not working. This is not going where I wanted to. That's okay, though, because at this point in time, I should be able to deal with these fine fellows easily enough. Well, what are you throwing stuff at down there? Whatever it is, I don't like it. Okay. If I get the bomb back up, I can just drop right down here and get this one working for me. Before, like an Ouroboros. I try to eat my own words. You know how they say that they'll make you eat those words? Well, I have, and I will. Okay, yeah, doing pretty good damage, at least right now. I will say that. It's like everything that I am getting out of my current weapon is actually, like, especially even like the bomb. If you can kill enemies, if you can kill large enemies, especially like the grinders in one hit with a bomb, you usually know that your damage is pretty good. Boots taking things out without even doing the full 3-hit combo, also pretty great. Frenzy getting good damage off of the base damage of the combo, also what I'm looking for. Thunder Shield, of course, is a good shield. I mean, I don't even know what else to say about that. It just, you know, I was talking about like getting rid of the blood shield there, but it's like, you know, this does the lingering AOE. It's like, am I really going to go pretend like this is so much better? But good legendary items. I mean, if you get one, it's good. If you don't get one, you make do. That's how Dead Cells runs work. Legendary items are not something that you know, it's like anytime you get like high tier type of item. It's like, oh, this might be considered to be a legendary item, but it's not actually all that usable. That's kind of the equivalent with legendary items in Dead Cells, with how they work. Where legendary does not mean good, it just means a chance at greatness. Yeah, at least I am like not taking a whole lot of melees. I'm taking a bunch of hits. Melees, doing pretty good. Like, there was another hit that should have been melees, didn't matter. If I can kill enemies quickly, if I can slow them down, I'm able to at least not have to worry about that major mechanic of the whole game right now. Of course, the damage reduction too is quite nice. Not a whole lot of ways that you can get that in the game anymore, since they took out stuff like how amazing the ice bow was for that, in terms of that alone. Didn't even need to have a... Didn't even need to have, like, the correct scaling stats. Would just freeze enemies just the same. These days, it doesn't quite work the same way, but it also does scale with survival now, so, you know. Again, another weapon that is going to be kind of weird to do stuff with. I don't really know how much there is to say about the ice bow. It's an ice bow. Also, this is... Pierce all enemies, also a very good bow. No, this is about the point in time that I should be getting new. Boot. Nope. Game decided. Nah, you don't need one yet. Fine. I can get a more powerful one in the next area. I don't care. It's fine. It's all rock and roll to me. I like Billy Joel. I do not like that song. Okay? Like, you actually go look at the lyrics. Try and figure out what sort of rock and roll that dude is talking about. Do it. Do it right now. I'm not going to stop the video just for this stupid bit. That's... Look. I always said, was never going to be all like, yo, we got to stop the video to go and like look something up on Wikipedia. Other lesser people online might do that. Not I, though. Other greater people, there's just the people that I'm specifically calling out, who are definitely far greater than I am. Okay, let's just continue here. Dang, that was like the first bit of malaise that I've taken in quite a while. Still, like, fine. Frenzy is not... Yeah, Frenzy and Adrenaline ever since the nerfs ain't been the same. Used to be amazing. Amazing the amount of curing that you would be able to get off of that. Not no more. Not since the Frenzy mines dried up. Be lucky to be able to heal up 5% before you're hit again. And be hit for less than 5%? We're talking about 5-cell mode, man. I'm not super concerned with getting a potion charge yet. Eventually. But like in the next area or so, I'll probably be able to get that from a shop. And when I say the next area, you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the the graveyard. Because, hey, you get the chance to go into the graveyard. You take it. You don't always get to go into the graveyard every day. It's a real treat to head in there. I got to get an upgrade for my boots. That's also maybe another reason why I shouldn't be spending all of my money right now. Oh well, as long as I don't completely wang this fight, it'll be totally fine. Totally fine. I'll be able to really... I was kind of hoping to get a parry there, if I'm being honest. You know, like for the sake of potentially getting a little bit of extra electricity. No? Okay. Just curious. I mean, I know this is not the run, but just, like, I just want to know. Maybe just for, like, a second for the stunning? Like, it does a little bit of damage over time, too. I don't know if I would really consider this, like, big, important revelation in terms of gameplay, but it is nice. It does feel like it's working. All right, let's do this. Well, that's more what I wanted to do. Didn't quite work out in the way that I wanted to, though. Anyway. Good. Now, yeah, we're going for a second phase of the survival part. The part that I always screw up pretty well. No, that's not how you screw things up. You don't screw things up well, me. Okay, that's not one I'm going to be able to parry at all. Be able to parry at all. Well, let's just like jump up or hitting before bad things start to occur. Ah, screw it, just do it. Okay, yeah, let's... There. Good. Almost there, almost there. Mama Tick remains a fight that I am not super good at. Obviously getting a little bit better on the parry timing and everything, but there are still problems to be had. Ah, well. Better luck next time and all that. And I already gave up one very good Sonic Carbine. I'm not going to take another one right now. Although, sure. Cluster Grenade, I feel, now that it has been nerfed to not... Well, now that it has been nerfed, that was like 2 years ago, that it has been nerfed to not have a very tight, like, explosion radius. It is not as good, not as important to have, so I'm just going to skip it. Well, I'm going to skip it. No, I'm going to take it, but I'm probably not going to have it for too long. I'm going to be dumping it soon enough, is what I mean. Which I suppose is skipping it in the future for other weapons. Nah, this is all just splitting hairs anyway. The important bit is that I do need to go get an actual potion charge now because it's you know, maybe like a little bit more questionable now that I'm down 2 potion charges rather than 1, but that's okay. Look, I've certainly pulled together wins with less than this. Certainly. Good. And this is definitely not the point in time to be trying to kick away cannibal bombs, but if it happens, I don't know, that'd be fun, right? That would be an amusing thing to see. A not entirely unimportant accomplishment. Okay, just mostly unimportant. Shades of unimportance will appear, but be fleeting, and disappear as quickly as they were seen. I'll make mention of it, though, because, I don't know, I think it's cool. I just think it's neat. Okay. Get out of here, stun grenade. You're not even brutality scaling anymore. And besides, I tried to make that thing. It's okay, I guess. It's better. Certainly better. Better doesn't mean great, though. There are shades of usefulness, and relative is not one that I find important. Okay, come on. Good. Now, I haven't grabbed the key as of just yet, but soon enough. Yeah? Only at 14. No challenge rifts, no other real fun shenanigans that have manifested themselves in this run. Almost getting knocked into... Of course, almost getting knocked into spike pits, and definitely getting put in some pretty precarious situations. Notwithstanding, it's could be going better. That's the sort of thing where that's like one of the very, very good examples of Berserker working very well in my favor. Don't often get to see that, but when it happens, oh boy, it is. I'm very glad that I had that mutation on right then. Getting hit that many times, it's like otherwise would have been. Well, it would have been a sight to behold. Oh, is that an elite? Eh. Again, Berserker, very nice. Very happy to see. When I picked up that thing, I was thinking maybe, along with Killer Instinct, but clearly they have definitely paid off as of right now. I don't know if the whole, like, I guess it is 1 point. Wait a second. Killer Instinct is the one that reduces cooldown reduction. I was thinking of melee the entire time. I didn't take that one. That's why enemies weren't being slowed down. How many comments you think that I've already gotten about that? Oh no. Oh no, it's happening. Jeez. I cannot believe this has happened to me again. That I have confused one thing for a different thing in my haste to continue the run. Oh well, damn it. I will personally respond to anybody that makes a comment about that. And say, whoops, my bad. The traditional message that I give when it is in fact my bad. Well, hey, the cooldown reduction is not bad either. I mean, the Giant's Whistle does have a pretty hefty cooldown, so that's okay. It's not, something that cooldown reduction has not been super useful for but quite a while, but it's like, hey, it's still something that I've probably been getting a lot of usage out of, even without realizing it, Ouch. Okay, come on now. Quit taking an embarrassing amount of damage. Now, you might say any amount of damage is an embarrassing amount of damage, but I say as long as I'm still kicking, there's possibility that it's not embarrassing amounts. Just regular amounts. I'll call it acceptable amounts of damage. Stuff like having Berserker does make that sort of acceptability greater. I almost got exploded on. Anyway. Let's say like less than 10% of your health. That is acceptable. And less than 20%, questionably acceptable. How much of your health did you have prior to that? If it was like full, fine. If it was like 30% health and you took 20% of your health, less fine. Otherwise, I think that, there's a level of acceptability. There is a level that I can live with when it comes to playing Dead Cells. The only hit point that matters is your last one, of course. Boy, I would also like to really get rid of this 2 times damage, but I do also like having fire. Fire is pretty good. Being zombies, these things have innate weaknesses to fire. And that's not true. But in a lot of other fiction, it would be. Think about it. Now then, a little bit of healing at least, much like Monica in my life, is going to go a long way to not have me dying. I mean, I'm taking relatively little damage compared to a lot of other runs because of the aggressiveness and just general, like, utility of these mutations that I've been taking. It's just, you know, I'm still going to get whittled down eventually regardless. I probably shouldn't. I'll at least scout out a little bit larger of an area before I really start trying to get cursed and then making that work for me. Because you never know how that's gonna go. Off times, pretty bad. Sometimes, okay. There's no in between because you die in one hit. If you get my drift here. No shops either. Like, man, could really, really use a little bit more advanced footwear as of right now. I'm just saying. But I also know that that's really something that's up to me to make happen when it comes to, like, going into shops. Can't find what you need. Can't make do. Yeah, you know what? I'll take it. Do like me a mushroom boy. Would have been nice if you appeared before I thought Mama Tick, but well, maybe it's a good thing you didn't. That's all I'll say. Look, I don't mind the sacrifice. I'm not sacrificing myself. Just, you know, somebody else has to pay the price, and that's how it goes. Good. I think I'm gonna wait for the whistle to get back up, because I'm uncertain, panicked. Don't want to die. Good. Very good. Oh my god, I didn't notice that rat there for a second. Now, it does look like there might be spikes down. Okay, there's not. There could have been, though. And that would have been a pretty embarrassing way to die. Okay, like, if I can even see... Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry, Mushroom Boy. Don't worry, you'll be back in 20 seconds. I pressed the wrong button. Once again, I feel nothing at the sacrifice, as long as it means that I don't have to fight a boss. Good parry. That was the parry I was hoping for. And there we are. Oh man, flawless. I like that. And also, like, not even a bad flawless. That's like that was a decent, very usable flawless. But you know, one that obviously not really going to be too relevant when I have a different weapon I'm supposed to be using right now. But unfortunately, I cannot get an upgrade for because of reasons. They're not appearing in shops. You understand. Oh, yeah, let's get my Mushroom Boy back out here. Okay. Is there anything that I could possibly parry right now? No, not really. Everything's kind of, not the parrying sort. So, I'll just be happy with the fact that I didn't take too much damage from that. Anyway... There is at least one shop here, and it is not one that could possibly... Okay, fine. I guess I'm going to go into the Sepulchre. Yeah. Go for a little bit more traditional route, hit up the distillery, you know. If it's an otherwise uninteresting run, really try and... No, I did... That was the Mushroom Boy that I got. I was trying to remember for a second. It's like, wait a second, did I forget about my cursed chest? No, I didn't. It's fine. That said, to be honest, I'm going to switch that back out for that. You know. And Frenzy, it's just, let's just really, you know, you know what I'm saying right now, right? I don't want to take the things that I always take, but I always take them for good reason. Yeah. Give me but one of the old standards. Oh yeah, I suppose parrying is not really going to be too helpful when Mushroom Boy is here doing his thing. Okay. Should probably scout out the area a little bit farther. Oh, Crusher. Better than Giant's Whistle? Yeah, I guess. Giant's Whistle's nice and everything, but Crusher, man, Crusher. All the survival weapons in a non-survival run. Why not? All right, anyway. This is what I was talking about, where it's like, we probably should have scouted out a little bit more. As long as there are enemies somewhere, it'll be fine. I mean, otherwise I'm going to choke. I am going to go up against enemies and choke. Oh my god. Incredible superstar. Baseline. Okay, anyway. Oh. Yeah, I survived. It's fine. Like, I don't know what y'all are worried about. Yeah, just kinda. Keep it simple. Keeping it sleazy. Okay. Oh, those Zambos. Corpulent mummy man. Okay, thank you, Mushroom Boy. That will work. All right. It's cool. See, as it turns out, everything is totally okay the entire time. Just gotta trust in my skills and the heart of the cards. And I'm actually, like, coming in here with more health than I started with. All right, let's just get out of here already. I'm not. I don't know. A nice small area. I mean, very compact. So I guess that's good. It's just I don't know. If there weren't enough enemies there to fight, it could have been quite bad. Hey, wait a second. What is this little area? That's not even a thing. That's just. Yeah, I thought that it would have continued down more, but no, it didn't. It just goes nowhere. Okay, fine then, I guess. Sure, whatever. That's okay too. I was worried. It's a good thing that I didn't try to go down there then immediately with the assumption that there would have been more, because that would have been embarrassing and also might have gotten me killed. And also probably would have gotten me killed. I do have those ball and chains are magnetized to my non-existent head, which would have been a pretty bad death if it happened like that. Anyway, as always, flamethrower turret good, but not really something that I'm gonna find extremely important right now. What I would find extremely important is getting an upgrade for my boots, which has still not manifested itself. I keep wanting to believe it will, but it is not going to. Yeah, I get that big AoE. Not only is it doing good damage against everything else here, it's also making sure that I do have Berserker on a lot. It is this is a weapon that I think works pretty well with Berserker just in general. I mean, it's usually most any sort of fast brutality weapon, which is most brutality weapons, and anyone that's not also double scaling with survival is going to do a good job with that. But I think a weapon that could potentially hit around it this large is extra effective there. Not quite what I'm looking for. I guess 75% damage reduction combined with everything else maybe could be useful. Also, I should get the 60 kills. I'm like right here. No reason not to, really. Also, a lot of walls to be hitting enemies into as well. For the little time that I'm going to be able to do that sort of thing, I might as well take advantage of it. Hey, yo. And done. Alright, so yeah, it's trap hallway, and then should be able to run directly off to the Timekeeper, which, I mean, good because I got a shield. Not like this weapon is particularly effective against her or anything. Much like the damage I've been taking, it's acceptably effective. And no more. Okay, don't take darkness damage. That would be embarrassing. Yeah, okay. $23 is not the amount of stats that I would like right now if I could possibly hit, if I was, choosing. No, it would be closer to the order of like 80, 90 stats? Yeah. Since I can't make that happen, I usually just try to get it as high as possible. Alright, aside from that, kind of surprised that I'm not done with this area just yet. Can't be more than like a couple more twisty passages all alike. Hey, 2 weapons that I can't use. Fun. Can't even do the owl anymore. It's unfortunate, but I mean, it's the way that you gotta play the game. Lest you run into your own form of malaise. Doing but the same thing over and over. Following the Dead Cells flowchart as I've referred to it in the past and all that. And this does have a flowchart, it's just, get legendary item. Okay, please. But usually it's not that bad. Come on. You know what I want. You know. What, really? You'll have a carbine and everything, but no boots. Or maybe there were boots and I missed them. It's hard to say. Oh well, everything else, I guess I'm just done here. Still using the baseline version of this weapon. It's kind of incredible. Not quite. That's fine, though. That's fine. No, I'm used to it at this point, I suppose. Good. Good. And one more to take it home. No, I don't even need one more to take it home. I'm just out of here right now. All right. 6 kills. At least, maybe not the best stats, but maybe not the best stats, maybe not the best version of the weapon, but the damage is still good, which I think speaks to how good the boots are. They're good boots. These are some high quality ninja style boots. And that's fine, I guess. As always, you don't always need the flashiest of weapons. Sometimes you just need something that works. Alright. Slowdown also going to be... Slowdown combined with melee. I don't know if that combos at all. But I suppose it doesn't really matter because I'm going to be hitting her melee attack regardless. Come on. Doing good damage here. Really? It took you that long to go into the final phase? You're almost dead! That's how I took damage, eh? Oh, well. That's fine, I suppose. Now, Distillery probably should be fairly simple to go through, if I'm going to say anything. Because the big AoE that I'm talking about, the fast hits and everything, will make it very easy to hit around a lot of the barrels that I'll be going up against. So I'm expecting at least a simple time. Mushroom Boy similarly also going to be there kind of. And that Mushroom Boy is also very good. If I had any sort of I guess I do have Toxic Cloud. The Hayabusa Boots is maybe just roll this once for burning. You sure? Electrified targets is good, and if I could get any sort of burning, which do I have anything? Covers the ground in oil and burns when destroyed. Yeah, there's some synergies there. There's some stuff happening, but it's like... I'd also rather just spend all of my money on getting, you know, better boots. The boots are still good. They're still high-quality boots. They could be better boots, though. There's a nice alliteration to it, you see. Good. Maybe just start throwing Crusher everywhere and kicking boots all over the place. Kicking barrels all over the place, not boots. What am I saying? Oh, I will take that. Extra stats, please, because I'm still kind of low. Still kind of real low, if I'm being honest. Didn't get the kick there, eh? I mean, I was maybe flying a little bit too close to the sun, as it were, to try and get that kick in the first place, but I don't know. You know what? Sure, I'll come back for the the shield a little bit later. Right now, I can use a little bit of extra like area open from blowing open some of the walls and everything like that. There's ow, that was a bigger explosion than I expected. Anyway, yeah. To be honest, I'm not really expecting to get a ton of usage out of the barrel launcher. I'm just going to take it around mostly for the utility. Although, it's still a good item. Been improved significantly since the original showcase run that I did with it. Now does, you know, faster. I think it might be more powerful. I'm not entirely sure. Bigger, stronger, faster too, etc. It's the whole like DK thing. I should quit messing around with it though. We do have a different run going on right now, of course. And hey, there's where kicking the bomb back actually helped for once. Not one that has been super useful up until this point. But like I said, it's... Oh, great. Actually, with the whole slowdown thing. Well. I tried. I made an attempt. Yeah, okay. Good. You know, I do like the barrel launcher, and I think I still have yet to have it actually unlocked, so it'll appear in runs for stuff. I gotta do that already. This is a fun weapon. It is a fun weapon that, like I said, has been improved significantly since it was first introduced, and because of that, I want to use it more. Good. Now, I have no idea where I'm going up here, but Boy's Axe is also all right, too. No, I mean, it kind of messes up the whole knockback aspect of the boots, which is why I don't think it's really worth taking. And also, you know, the barrel launcher just in general is better for this area in particular. You know what? Give me that one just to get the extra healing. I do not want to... have problems arise because I just decided that a single point of malaise was... There we are. Was more worth avoiding than getting healed up a decent amount. Because 15% is not insubstantial with how I've been building so far. And that's the big difference. That's the secret sauce of this run. I'm not taking any health for granted. I'm making every bit of it count. Okay. Get you off. And then Mushroom Boy's doing the same, following suit. Oh boy, that was great stuff. Great stuff, great stuff. Very happy with how that one turned out. I don't even know why I thought I would be okay there, but I did, and it didn't work. It worked very poorly. All right, just give me my stuff back. I'm out of here. I don't need this place. I don't need your barrel launchers. I also can't sell that. I'm just gonna leave. Put all this behind me. Go to throne room. Still kind of low on stats. Still, I should probably went back to see if I could find a boot. Still the same boots. Once again, good boots, but same boots. Walking a mile in these shoes. Never been more literal. Actually, I don't know how large the island of this game is supposed to be. It's, like, decently big. Clearly. It can support an entire colony of giants, I suppose. Though there's skeletons. Would you really count them as being, like, I don't know. All right, come on, Mushroom Boy. We're going to do this. Ooh, don't fall into the spikes. You can fall into the spikes, though, Hand of the King. You just jump right out. It's kind of ridiculous, and I would like to file a complaint against the kingdom for giving you the spike immune boots, but not me. But I suppose that's not really all that relevant anymore now, is it? Okay. At least I'm getting much better at dodging that particular move, which is good. It's a good move to dodge, to be fair. There we are. Number 1 on my most wanted moves to dodge list. Okay, you know what? It's maybe not entirely necessary, but I'm gonna sure. Been a little bit spendthrift with my whole potion charges, certainly. But I think that to succeed in this run, it might be important to do such a thing. Oh, I went right into that, eh? Still been quite bad at the whole parries for that. I don't really know what the deal is. Also, as always, knockback, like, super not working out well for me right now. This is the one time that, like, it really becomes a hindrance rather than just kind of, like, useless. Jeez. Oh, boy. Mushroom Boy, go. Holy crap, that was close. Yeah, that's where having base level boot lines, base level boots maybe was not like super effective. Anyway, Mushroom Boy's already back. Don't worry about him. Ooh boy. Why have you forsaken me, shopkeepers of the Island of Dead Cells? This is not really what I wanted to. Like I said, problems begin to arise. Continue going on with Berserker. That's actually been, like, super useful, but now I'm also going to take Tainted Flask and keep on with Soldier's Resistance and, you know, see if I can't get 2 potion charges in this next area. Leave it at that. Because for right now, it ain't looking good. It's actually looking quite bad. Well, hey, at least I nearly have 20,000 gold to afford 1 more potion charge. Man. Ah. Nope. Okay, yeah. I was just like, the AoE is going to take care of it. No, the AoE did not take care of it.